What is everybody? Daniel Rocks again, back with another video. This time around, I'm reviewing the 1988 Royal Rumble match, the very first Royal Rumble match. We have 20 participants in this Royal Rumble match, and it's a pretty legendary Royal Rumble match because it's the first. Now, I was debating whether or not I should review the whole show, the overall show, or just the match. But when it comes to the Royal Rumble, it's a different monster because you gotta review your matches and the Royal Rumble match separately. You gotta keep them separated because you can have a Royal Rumble show with awful matches, but if the Royal Rumble match in itself is incredible, that's all that really matters. There's a lot of shows where the Royal Rumble match is just basic and pretty decent, and the matches will make the Royal Rumble pan out to be good. We have a lot of Royal Rumble shows out there that say, like 1992, for example, where the matches the matches aren't really good. I mean, Roddy Piper won the title, Intercontinental title, but it's all about that epic Royal Rumble match, which is so great. So I'm just gonna keep them separated. Gotta keep them separated and review the matches, the Royal Rumble match itself. So that's what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do it differently. Instead of doing 0 to 10, I am going to do a grading system: A, B, C, D, F. You know the drill. You know that stuff, and they'll be categorized and graded in 5 separate categories: star power, Iron Man, Dominator, Final Four, and the winner. Now, each of these categories, some categories mean more than others, but overall, I take the grades of all of them and get a final grade. What's star power? Well, I take the participants that are in this match, and I look at how many of these guys left an impact, or at the time or later on. These participants, what did they do how were they billed in this match? How were their careers? How were they presented? Were they household names? Were they main eventers? How many main eventers are in this? How many lower tier card guys are in this? How many former champions are in this? You know, how many people have a credible chance of winning this? That's star power. Iron Man, it's whoever lasts the longest, and that's whoever lasts the longest. And it's not just about time, but how many close calls did he have? Jerry Lawler, I believe, lasted the longest in 1996, but he hid under the ring for like 25 minutes. Is that really a good Iron Man? Versus someone like Ric Flair, who lasted 60 minutes, close to it, and was in there getting his ass kicked the whole time. So it varies. Just because you have a long time doesn't necessarily mean you'll get an A+. The Dominator. The Dominator is the guy who chucks the most people out of the ring and gets the most eliminations. And it really is all about credibility and how long that guy lasted, or how fast he did all those eliminations. Final Four, the Final Four is, I take the last 4 guys and I see who's credible to win, who, were these guys really stars? Is this a good Final Four? Who could win it out of these 4 guys? Who wins it? I look at that. And then the winner. Now, the winner doesn't necessarily mean, if it gets a low grade, it doesn't necessarily mean it was the guy who won it was an awful choice to win it, or the overall guy just sucked. How I grade it overall is not just his performance in the Rumble, but afterwards. What happened after, and how did his year pan out? If the guy who won the Royal Rumble match had a fantastic year, and he had a good performance, he will get an A+. For example, The Rock for Royal Rumble 2000. He would get an A+ because he had a great performance and he had a terrific year. That would be an A+. And then the overall grade. And if there's any interesting moments, I will basically say them, of course, and that could bump up that grade a little bit. So with star power, there's some really cool guys on here. Got the Hart Foundations, which is cool. We got some cool tag teams, other cool tag teams. Killer Bees are in this. That's pretty cool. Don Morocco, Jim Duggan, Jake Roberts, the Junkyard Dog's in this. You know, but you got Houston, Danny Davis, who lasted 18 minutes somehow. You have Boris. You have Dino Bravo. You have a lot of those type guys. The Ultimate Warrior is in this, which is pretty cool. But overall, star power is pretty average. I give that star power a C+, with guys like the Hart Foundation and Jake Roberts, and of course the Ultimate Warrior being the high points. The Iron Man is Bret Hart with 25 minutes and 42 seconds. He had one elimination and was eliminated 8th. He had a pretty solid Iron Man. He had a pretty solid performance. He had a lot of close calls. He teamed up a lot with his buddy Neidhart when he got in there, and he was doing pretty damn good. He may not have lasted that long, really. 25 minutes is impressive, but not to the point of 60 minutes or whatever like some other guys. But 25-42 is pretty decent. I give it a B. The Dominator was the one-man gang, and this is what really helps this Royal Rumble out. The one-man gang, who started out very late. He was like 16th or 17th. Remember, there's only 20 guys in this. And he eliminated 6 guys lasted 6 minutes and 50 seconds. So while he did not last very long, he chucked guys out one after another, after another, after another, after another. So with that performance, I give this a B. Our final 4 is Don Morocco, Jim Duggan, Dino Bravo, and the one-man gang. Now, this is a bad final 4. Don Morocco's a former Intercontinental champ. That's nice. Jim Duggan's is pretty damn popular. You got Dino Bravo, fucking the most overrated piece of shit there ever was. I don't fucking care. Dino Bravo fucking sucked. And then One Man Gang was the One Man Gang. The final 4 here, it's just not very good. Really, Dino Bravo wasn't going to win this. Is Don Morocco really that credible? 1988 Don Morocco, I don't think so. A D. Our winner was Jim Duggan with 14 minutes and 43 seconds. That's his time. 3 eliminations. Now, his performance was solid. I could give him a better grade. But because he didn't really do anything in 1988 afterwards, I mean, what did he do at WrestleMania 4? He had a completely forgettable match against someone that, well, I would have to look up who he fought. He had a really boring, forgettable feud with Nikita Koloff and Nikolai Volkov. Nikita Koloff. What am I talking about? NWA. I'm sorry. Still had Starrcade. Nikolai Volkov. So he just doesn't really do anything here. He had really no other memorable feuds. He had no other memorable moments afterwards. So his year was pretty sublime, if I do say so. Yeah, he was having profiled matches, but still, I give it a C+ for the winner. Overall, without being the first, it's really just a passable Royal Rumble and nothing else. Overall grade, Royal Rumble 1988 gets a C. And that is my final grade. I am DanielRock08, and I catch you next time for when I review the 1989 Royal Rumble match where we see the Mega Powers tension. See ya. Bye.